Welcome, this is Get Videos, where we earn, obtain, and achieve our goals. And today's topic is a continuation of our brand new series, Vibes. If you haven't checked out the first one, go back, let me know what you think. Also like, share, and subscribe. I would love for you to be a part of our Get It family. That's right, so you can earn, obtain, achieve the thing that you were born to do. All right, so let's get this content out. Please share. Today, we're going to dive a little deeper into what vibes is all about, all right? So remember, vibe is simply your attitude. So the vibe that you carry is the attitude that you're displaying, all right? The vibe that you carry is the climate and the weather of your soul. Your soul is your mind, your will, and your emotions, all right? And your soul is a major component of your everyday life. Did you know, just like the United States of America, the Constitution and legislation is what governs America? Well, did you know that there is something that governs you? There's something that governs your attitude, or where the core of your attitude lies is in the governing of who you are. What is that? I'm talking about your core values. See, I remember back in my early 20s, I was asking God, I was growing up and I was becoming a man, but I really didn't know what a man was, right? I was up and down. I was, up and down in my emotions. One day I'm high, next day I'm low. I was like a roller coaster. And I'm like, God, what is a man? I was trying to figure it out. Like, Lord, what is a man? And I'll never forget it. God finally spoke to me, y'all. So I'm giving you a golden nugget. That's something that took me some years to learn. But he gave me this golden nugget and he spoke to me. I'll never forget, he spoke to me clear. And the Lord said, what defines a man and a woman? It's the principles that he lived by. I'm going to just let that simple. What defines you is the principles that you live by. That is what governs you. That is your core values. So I remember he showed me a vision. He showed me a vision of cement. I saw in one square block, it was liquid cement. The other square block, it was solid concrete, solid cement. And then he showed me two people. First, he showed me a person who was, double-minded. They were unstable in all of their ways. Because their principles weren't established. Their principles were still watering. Their principles were still drying. But then he showed me this solid block of concrete, and then he showed me this man who was confident in himself, who was sure in himself, because his beliefs were secure. What are the governing principles that govern your life? Are they secure? Or are they not? See, we got some things, some principles that we live by, we need to uproot. I remember as a child, so I have a great dad. My dad, man, is a phenomenal father, all right? But growing up, I didn't know that he was a phenomenal father because of my immaturity. And so it wasn't until I got older that I was like, Pops, now I see what you're talking about, But the thing is, when I was little, I had resentment in my heart. I made a self-covenant or I established a core value when I was little. And I said, I never let nobody talk to me like that when I get older. And I meant that. And because I meant that, that core value that I had established began to show up in my everyday life. So when it came down to authority, if authority spoke to me a certain way that reminded me of my dad, I will rise up. I will rise up against it, and I will boom, boom, and I would go back at him. Well, later on in life, I began to see like, man, this is hindering me. I got to deal with it. So I had to go back to the root of the thing, and I had to resolve that in my heart. See, these core values, good or bad, they control every sector of your life. They control how you do your money. They control your relationships. They control your time. They control every area of your life. So if you don't reflect and look introspective of yourself, look deep within yourself to see what is going on. Why am I doing this? Why I always respond like this? Why this? You're going to always have a sour attitude. See, your core values reflect your attitude, all right? So when people meet you, they taking a look, your attitude, they taking a look into your soul, your mind, your will, and your emotions. Jesus said it like this. He said, as a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So what have you thought about in your heart that you made a conviction? What have you thought about in your heart that you believed until a conviction was established in you, till a principle was established in you? You need to go back and look at that. Because let me tell you what that'll do. That will stop the reach of your gift. See, our gifts, talents, and abilities, they hold a capacity, all right? Everybody has a certain type of capacity. Some people got big capacities. Some people got small capacities. But it's according to the size of your gift. Well, guess what? You can stop the reach of your gift with that bad attitude. That bad attitude, it will close off doors. But your gift was meant to reach so much farther. It was meant to reach so many people. It was meant to dominate every sector, to influence society. But the core of who you are, what governs you, is the thing that failed you. Well, listen, I don't want you to fail. I don't want to fail. I want us to fulfill the reason why we was born. What was God thinking about when he made you? That's what your purpose is. That's the thing that the world has to see. I'm going to say this one thing. My favorite mentor from afar, he asked the crowd, he said, where is the greatest treasure on earth? Where does it lie at? And the people were saying Africa and was giving him all different type of things. And he said this. He said, no, it's the cemetery. He said, because there are millions of paintings you've never seen before. There are millions of songs you've never heard before. There are albums you've never partaken of. There are restaurants you've never eaten. Why? Because they took it to their grave. They died full. They didn't die empty. Y'all, I'm telling you, your attitude will hinder or push you into greatness, cause you to live a life that's empty. Well, this is me. Once again, Corbin Momon with Get Videos. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Salute.